Happy birthday to you. You know, we like to say happy birthday. In fact, before we do Shabbat things, we have a very, very packed day, this packed service this evening. Take a good look, Rabbi in her whites, because by next week I'll be back to my regular. Flowers will be regular, challah will be regular, delicious but regular. So anybody who wants to do the lulav shaking, it's in your book too. 3 species, anybody know what they are? This is quiz. Palm, myrtle, and willow. So the willow looks like lips. You see they're over here. And the myrtle looks like eyes. And it smells really good. And the palm is supposed to be like a spine. And this one is etrog. And the etrog is supposed to be like your heart. And so as I say to the kids, you put them all together and you've got doodle-a-doo-doo-doo. What do we say? Doodle-a-doo-doo-doo. Thank you, super Jew. So you put them all together and you get a super Jew. But that's only one of the interpretations. The other one that's most popular is that you can smell an etrog, and you can also, there's not a lot of pulp in there, of food in there, but you can eat what's inside and you can smell what's on the outside. It smells great. And the date palm, you can eat the date fruit, but you can't smell this. The willow has nothing to eat and nothing to smell. And the myrtle, you can smell it, but it has nothing to eat. And so in the Talmud, they liken it to 4 different kinds of human beings. They say that one is like the kind of person who studies and does. Like you learn about the mitzvot and you do the mitzvot. And then you've got the one who studies but doesn't do and does but doesn't study. I don't know, I mean, I guess. And then the one that doesn't do anything. This one doesn't do anything, doesn't study, doesn't do. And so I always picture every year when I teach the kids, which we didn't get to do this year. We didn't talk to them about it specifically because they're on fall break this week. But when I teach them, I always picture the kids wanting, which one do you want to be of this group? And you want everybody to be an etrog, right? Aren't you dying to be an etrog? I would. But the truth is, we are taught that every one of these are really important in a community, that we will have all of these people in our community, and everyone is important to have as part of our community. It is not necessarily a goal to be the one who has no smell and has no taste, but it is still an important thing for us to have all kinds of people in our community, and I love that too. So even the doodle-doo-doo-doos, super Jew. Thank you. All right, good. There's lots of 4s. As a matter of fact, today during the service, we're going to have a couple of 3s. You're going to see in the service, did everybody get a white book? Okay, good. So you're going to see in the service that there are, upon 3 things the world stands. So if I gave you a quiz, like it's in class they do the DOL, the daily oral language, right? They give you prompts and you have to write about it. So if I told you the prompt was, the world stands on 3 things, like let's say there's a tripod and it holds everything together, what would you say the 3 things are? And it may be like good friends and family, and but there are a few that you're going to find in the book later on. This is kind of a scavenger hunt thing. But, all right, so how do we do this? We are going to start off, and remember, this green part here, that's the stem. It hangs from here in the tree. The Torah commands us to take the 4 species, and it says one of the 4 species is the tree from the fruit of a goodly tree. So this is supposed to be the goodly one. It's beautiful. It's an extra special fruit. And it grows like this, but this part here, the pitam, that's the part that's kind of special. It makes it a beautiful fruit. And so try not to let that pop off, whatever you do. Don't touch that brown part. Keep your fingers away from that. So we're going to start off like this, and we're going to say, I have this. So it says you start off, and the pitam is on the bottom. I got a really cool infographic here. And you say the blessing, and the blessing is, so, and this is an important question, by the way. Someone said, so in our congregation, we have a sukkah indoors. Is that the tradition? No. Except Helene Bronig, Bill's celebrating his 80th birthday this week. And Helene just sent me a picture before I got here, Shabbat Shalom, with a picture of this magnificent ornate bima with a giant sukkah on the bima. And I look at the picture, and she's like the seventh row in, and I said, I know those people. And she said, you mean like theoretically? And I could recognize some of the people from behind, from my minions that I'm doing every morning on Zoom. I couldn't believe it, but I did. I said, no, you see the guy in the front? I know who that is. And I said, I can't believe I know who he is, because it's the back of his head, but I'd recognize that head anywhere. And I said, can you believe that they have a sukkah indoors? Because we've had a sukkah indoors since way before I got to Shreveport, B'nai Zion. There was remember in the days when we had the chicken wire that went around some of the trees in what is now called the Schuster Garden, and we had chicken wire, and we weaved the pine branches that we got from Steve Muslow, Zechron Levracha, and we threw it on top. And then we built the thing in the middle of the garden, and then we weaved the pine branches and we threw some on top. So we had a chicken wire that was built around the ark so that it was really cool. I didn't invent the idea of bringing a sukkah into the sanctuary. We've been doing it for a long, long time, because sometimes you can't be outside. And so at least you feel like you're doing it. And sometimes you feel like you're doing Simchat Torah, even though Simchat Torah doesn't really come till another few days from now, but we do it on the closest Friday. So just saying, how cool is it? It's beautiful. And you're supposed to be able to see the sky, and we have a window over there so we can see the sky. So I'm just saying, and the kids get to decorate it, and they did a phenomenal job. And all right, so we can, but someone asked me this week, can you shake lulav if you're not outside in the sukkah? What do you think? What if you're an Orthodox Jew? Can you shake lulav if you're not outside in a sukkah? Yeah, you can. As a matter of fact, if you watch, there's lots of shows that show you, they're all carrying their lulav into the sanctuary, and they're all shaking the lulav in the sanctuary. They're doing their hoshanas, right? And so, of course, you can. And we do. So I'm going to do this now. Some people won't shake lulav on Shabbat, though, in some Orthodox worlds. So I'm going to do this before, and anybody who wants to do it before, we can pass it around. In your book, what page does it say? It's on the cue sheet, the top. Page 12 is the lulav blessing. So, but I also have it here. So you have it down like this. You hold this in your left hand. You hold this in your right hand, and you say, Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kedeshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu al netilat lulav. It's your first time doing it. Then you also say Shechianu, and then you flip it up. And you hold them together, because it talks about 4 species, so you hold them together. And then you shake them. Which way is east? Some people have a tradition that they turn in the direction like this. Does anybody do it like that? I always did it like this. Behind you, left, up, and down. Some people have a tradition where they go like this. It has to be 3 times. Have you ever seen that? So a lot of times, those are the same people that do this. So I'll show you some videos of them doing that. And then smell on your hand. So if it's your first time, you are welcome to say Shechianu. Anybody want it? And you could do it afterwards, too. You could do it after service if you want, in the sukkah or out of the sukkah. You can? No? Yes? No? Okay. I would hope so. Come on. You two want to do it? You want to do it in the sukkah, or you want to do it out of the sukkah? I would hope you'd say that. Ready? I love this so much. Okay, ready? So take this. We just said the blessing, right? So put this in your left hand, put it in your other hand. Hold it up and hold this. And now put them together. And you know how to shake it, right? Face this way first. Go. Face this way and go. Shake it and shake it this way. There you go. You see, he's doing Ashkenazi, up and down, up and down. There you go. Nice job. Did anybody tell you you're going to be a rabbi when you grow up? You blow the shofar, and yeah, she's right. You're very good at that. Right, ready? She's going to be the president of the synagogue. So this way. And now to the right. No, go this. No, this way. Watch. That way. And now behind you. Behind you. There you go. Yeah. And then to the left. This way. This way. And up. And down. All right. Thank you. So I was teaching at the Christian Center Montessori School, and I was teaching them about biblical things in Hebrew. And I was saying, why do we shake it in all directions? Why do we shake in all directions? What? Oh, that's good. Spreading blessing? No, that's not what the rabbis say. Anyway, it's a good idea. Yes? Oliver, what? What? Yeah, why do we shake it every direction? Look, I'm shaking it this way and this way like I'm a compass, but I also do up and down. What is in all directions? Ollie. What's in all directions? Yes! And up and down and side and side. And one of the little kids said, you can't shake it down because Satan is down there. And I said, I didn't say, well, that's crazy talk. I didn't say that. I didn't say it at all. I thought about, what their parents are teaching them and why they are teaching them that there's something that's so strong that it keeps God out. It's like kryptonite or something. I don't know what. But I said, well, all right, so for you, we're going to have a new reason. Not that God is everywhere, but we're making like a God power shield bubble so that God is protecting you in all directions. We got this, okay? All right, so let me tell you, you've got to get ready for this. This is your next task. I have 5 grown-up Torah scrolls. I need 5 people who are strong enough to carry a Torah scroll to carry those scrolls. We are supposed to have 5 times 7 hakafot. So we are supposed to have 35 people who are carrying, and we have more like, 200 people here today. So if we don't make it, you can either do it again or something, but as many people as possible should carry and dance with the Torahs. We're going to march all the way around the Torah. We're supposed to go 7 times. I'm not taking it outside like some of the rabbis have. We're just staying in here. We're going to march 7 times, 5 Torahs. We have little Torahs for the littler kids, but anyone who is over 13 is welcome to carry a big Torah and march around, and then pass it to somebody else, especially if it's someone who hasn't had a chance to yet. When it's coming around, you can touch and kiss and do the whole things we normally do. And then, you know who gets an aliyah on this most important Torah reading evening of the year? Everybody. Everybody's going to get an aliyah. And what are we going to read? Which Torah portion do we read on Simchat Torah? You've answered all the questions, Ollie. I'm going to let somebody else answer, okay? He panicked. I don't know. He went, I called on him again, so I'm going to let somebody else answer. So what do we read on Simchat Torah? We read the very end of the Torah, and we read the very beginning of the Torah. So what happens at the end of the Torah? I'll give you a hint. 5 books of Moses. What happens at the end of the 5 books of Moses? Moses dies. Spoiler alert. What happens at the beginning of the Torah? The world is created. What's the very last letter of the Torah? Lamed. What's the very first letter of the Torah? Ha! You wish it were Aleph. I have another story I have to teach you. It's a bet. Wouldn't that be nice? I have a really good story to teach you. I'll read it maybe next week about why Aleph wasn't why God didn't use the Aleph to create the Torah, to create the world. I'll read that for you next time. But it reminds me, I have your word of the week. You remember what the words are so far? First word was, after Rosh Hashanah, we did emet, which is truth. And the second word was Baruch, which is blessing. And this is my third word. I'm not doing a gimel. This is Torah. So this one is attached at the top left with a tail or toe at the bottom left. It was the last word of Emet. It's the last letter of the Aleph Bet. So this is a T. This one is a Vav. It's not acting as a consonant, it's acting as a vowel. This is Mr. Vav is up at bat, and the pitcher pitches it over his head, and he says, oh. So that says toe. This is a rounded resh. We had that in Baruch also, with this vowel, which sounds like ah. And then the hey at the end, see how there's a hole and it's hanging here? The hey is silent at the end of this, so this is the word that spells Torah. That's our special word for the day, is Torah. So now we know Emet and Baruch and Torah. And I don't know about you, but I am amazed that the rabbi remembered 3 weeks in a row to keep up with a new word every week, because I don't know if I've ever gotten this far. You know, I made my New Year's resolutions. All right, so we have a lot of things we have to do. We have someone who is in kindergarten this year, and the person who's in kindergarten is going to be consecrated. Has anyone here been consecrated in a service at? Okay, that's what I'm hoping, me too. All right, so it's his turn to be consecrated today. We have one kid who's here today, one child who's here today. The other one has a tummy bug. We are going to start with page 25, a song that says how wonderful it is for all of us to be here together, and sing a little bit. But guess what I have to do first? Anybody want to take a guess? Take a deep breath. Ready? Start. Ready? Go. Let it out slowly. Try again. Let it out slowly. So you know this song. This song says, it is awesome that we are here together. We on, Max? Yeah. I don't think I'm in tune. Tried. Hine ma tov u'manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Nice. Hine ma tov u'manayim shevet achim gam yachad. שבת אחים גם יחד, הנה מה טוב. שבת אחים גם יחד, הנה מה טוב ומה נעים. שבת אחים גם יחד, הנה מה טוב ומה נעים. שבת אחים גם יחד. So when we say our blessings here, we are as if we are at home, because we don't have to go home and do it again. We're just going to do it here. So I would like to ask everyone to please get up and everyone to help with our blessings today. And we have a very unusual kind of a day today, because we are celebrating Simchat Torah and Sukkot. We have the Yizkor books out, but that's partially because there were some typos, some mistakes in them, and anybody who wanted copies with no mistakes in it, please take the ones there. There were a lot of names that were missing. One person called and said 34 names were missing from his listing alone, and there were already a lot of names in his listing, so we felt terrible about that. But I don't have a Yizkor candle out. I want to remind you to light a Yizkor candle. If you do 7 days, then you will light your candle on Monday night. If you do 8 days of Sukkot, then you would light your candle on Tuesday night. What I do have is a hostage candle is still lit, and I pray harder than we've prayed before, because we have more hope in our hearts than we did before. Before it was just prayer, but I'm praying that we will never have to light this candle again. We will never have that candle here, as we have hope for the for the hostages. I pray that by next Shabbat there will be only homecomings for all the hostages. So we have this here. But we are on page, on page, it doesn't have a number on it, so it's page 23. We say, Simchat Torah is truly a joyous time. We sing and dance. We're not carrying flags. We march around the synagogue in honor of the Torah. No, we're going to dance. We're not going to march. Our most precious possession is the Torah. It's also a wedding service between our people and our Torah. Did you know you were coming to a wedding? Sure you did, because it's Shabbat. That's also a wedding. We read the Torah's last words and immediately turn to read its first words. Be part of this never-ending circle of reading and study. Be part of the family that has married Torah with joyful love. So we are going to be part of this joyful family. We're going to skip pages 24 and 25 and come back to that later. That's where we're going to get our songs for our Hakafot. But page 26, please join me. Why are the words of Torah like fire? As fire from a single flame kindles many flames, so each word of Torah kindles many minds, enlightens many hearts. Torah gives light to all who make use of its bright and shining flame. So this is the blessing that we're going to say here. Ready? So we're really going to say just Shabbat for today. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat. Shabbat candles, how cool is that? And then it says on the bottom, well, we're not doing it as Yom Tov candles, so we're going to continue where we're going to say this blessing. What's in here? You guessed it. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei pari hagafen. And that's what we got, l'chaim. Everybody, please find somebody you came in with, wish them good Shabbos. Find someone you didn't come in with, wish them good Shabbos. Find somebody you don't know, you don't remember the last time you said good Shabbos to them, if ever. Make sure that everybody gets good Shabbos, everybody. And then you have to stand up actually on page 27. Standing up for a second on page 27. Word skipping and jump in. Page 27, ready? And for those of you who have to be reminded, if you care to be facing Jerusalem, it's that way. So, but we think there's less traffic if you're going this way. Baruch hu et Adonai HaMevorach, page 27.
Baruch Adonai HaMevorach le'olam va'ed.
You may be seated. At the bottom of the page, we read responsively. The Torah is God's gift, great gift to the house of Israel.
Israel without Torah is like a body without a soul.
Like water, it cleanses and is refreshing.
Like wine, it gladdens the heart.
Like a crown, it raises us high.
Higher than the throne of kings and queens.
When Torah entered the world, freedom entered it.
The whole Torah exists only to establish peace.
Wow, the whole Torah exists only to establish peace. Its highest teaching is love and kindness.
What is hateful to you, do not do to another person.
That is the whole Torah. All the rest is commentary. Go and learn it.
Those who study Torah sustain the world.
Honoring one another, doing acts of kindness, and making peace. These are our highest duties.
And the study of Torah leads to them all.
We rejoice in Torah. It is our life, the length of our days. Praise be the God who teaches Torah to our people Israel. Page 28 at the bottom. If you have a tradition to stand for the Shema, you are welcome to stand. You are not obligated to stand for the Shema. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu And you may be seated, and we're going to chant on page 29. And I'm sorry, this book doesn't have very many transliterations. So if you don't want to chant the Hebrew with me, take a look at the English below it instead. ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך, והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם לאות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אדוני אלוהיכם emet. Page 30, we read responsively. Keep your father's wisdom. Do not forget your mother's teaching.
Bind them always to your heart. Seal them into your mind.
When you walk, they shall lead you. When you lie down, they shall keep you safe. They shall be with you when you wake up.
For the commandment is a lamp, and the Torah is light.
Torah is light. In the house of bondage, it gave us hope and showed us the way to freedom.
Torah is light, the light of our prophets, the light of our teachers.
Torah is light. It showed us our way in the wilderness and led us to the land of promise.
Torah is light, the light of our poets, the wisdom of our people.
We inscribe its words on parchment for all the people to learn.
We take it into our hearts to do as we have learned.
Torah is light for all the world, to show its peoples the way to freedom. They will give thanks, as did our people at the Sea of Reeds. Miriam led them, and all Israel broke out in song.
Ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 la. Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi kamocha neda b'kodesh, nora tehilot osef ele, nora tehilot osef ele. Ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 la.
At the bottom of page 31, we thank you, the God who made us to be free. Vayedaber Moshe et Moadei Adonai el Bnei Israel. Then Moses taught the people of Israel to celebrate God's festivals. Page 32. What is Torah? Love your neighbor as yourself. What is mitzvah? Do justly, love mercy, walk humbly with your God. What is Torah? Depart from evil and do good. Be just and do what is right. Do not insult the deaf or place a stumbling block before the blind. Oh, here's one. I told you it's going to come up a bunch. We're on a scavenger hunt. The world is sustained by three things. This one is by truth, by justice, and by peace. The world depends on three things: on Torah, on service, and on loving deeds. That's two different answers so far. What is the way of Torah?
Its ways are ways of pleasantness,
and all its paths are peace. Now, on the bottom of page 32, we're going to say words that are not the words here, because it seems to have decided to skip the whole Amidah just about. We're going to put in our own Amidah. So please rise for the Amidah, and the words are not going to be in front of you. You're going to know what they are, because the kids are going to help you figure this one out. This is one that... to uphold the falling, to heal the sick, to free the captive, to comfort all who suffer pain, to uphold the falling, to heal the sick, to free the captive, to comfort all who suffer pain, to uphold the falling, to heal the sick, to free the captive, to comfort all who suffer pain. We praise you, Adonai. Blessed is Adonai, shield of Abraham. Blessed is Adonai, creator of life. Blessed is Adonai, shield of Abraham. Blessed is Adonai, creator of life. Blessed is Adonai, shield of Abraham. Blessed is Adonai, creator of life. We praise you, Adonai. Really jazzy. God of all generations. Oh yeah. So now everybody can be seated unless you are in kindergarten this year. And then I need you to come up onto the bima if you're in kindergarten. Oh, I was going to sing this one to you. At the bottom of page 33, I forgot I was going to do this. I took my guitar off too. Wait, go slowly because I forgot to sing. Ready? Oof, sorry. Thank you. I forgot my cue. Ready? Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam. Perfect. Shehecheanu v'kimanu v'higianu lazman hazeh. Amen. Oh, that was very, very good. All right, so at the bottom of page 33, we say, blessed are you who come in God's name, here in God's house, may you be blessed. All right, I need you to do me a favor. Now, would you go into the sukkah, please? Thank you. He's so nice. He's so smart. He's so polite. Oh. All right. Miss Barbara, would you come help me too? Because we have some special presentations for him. And I would love for, would you hand him this, please? And he's going to need this. I need you to hold on to the microphone for this thing. You ready? Can everybody see him? Okay. We're going to give you a Torah scroll so that you can hold on to it while you're saying this very, very important prayer, okay? So I want you to hold on to the Torah, because that's going to be your Torah forever now, okay? And you're going to say, you got it? Shema. You know this one, right? You do it. Shema. Let me hear.
Shema
Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. Do you think he's ready? We think he's very ready. All right, parents, would you, okay, you give that, go down to your parents. I'll tell you what, you can hold that because that's the Torah you're going to be dancing with. And we have, sorry.
Yeah.
The parents are going to need the microphone next. We have a certificate, 2 kinds of certificates that you're going to get as soon as you finish with marching and everything today. That I was going to let Barbara do presentations. It's okay, we'll do that later. And let the parents hold it. Are you on page 34? So parents, would you say that blessing on page 34, please?
We give thanks for our children, a precious gift entrusted to us as a sacred responsibility. May we find wisdom to raise them in the tradition of our people, the tradition of Torah and mitzvot, of love and good deeds, of thoughtful search for light. This moment we consecrate our children and ourselves to learn Torah and to live it. Let such joy as we feel now be with us as we walk the paths of light.
Thank you. All right. You can turn off the microphone and we're going to continue with the Torah service and we'll have a chance to talk to you some more. But this is one of the most important days. You saw how many people here already had their consecration from here, and that's your Torah to be very careful with and to dance with when it comes time for that. So we are turning to page, thank you so much. Do you want to bring your parents up to have them help us with the ark, and your sister too? Okay, that sounds like a good, what? Bring your family up so that they can help us open the ark. That would be awesome if they did that. We're on page 36. And we're going to take out the Torah scrolls, all of them, be ready to carry them. Everybody, this is how we're going to do it too when we're going around. And we're not doing a regular Torah service because everybody's going to be marching. So we get to this point, hopefully there'll be more people to pass the Torah to. Ready? When the ark is open, go ahead. When the ark is open, please rise. Yeah, she's good. Ready? Open up the bottom one for us, Emma. And if there are kids who participate, Emma, we have a present for you too. What's your favorite color? What's your favorite color from this? Oh, I love that. Okay, good. Perfect. All right, so we are on page 36. Havugod Eloheinu. Yep, you can open it and we can look at these Torahs because I'm going to need all the kids to come up. All kids to come up, and everybody's going to hold a Torah. You have your special Torah to hold. You have your special Torah to hold. I need all kids to come up and grab a Torah, if you want. And we're going to say, Havugod Eloheinu utenu chavod la Torah. Let us declare the greatness of our God and give honor to the Torah.
Ki mitzion tetze Torah.
Take a Torah.
Ki mitzion tetze Torah. Udavar Adonai.
Grab a Torah.
Baruch Shenatan Torah, Torah. Baruch Shenatan Torah, Torah. La'amo Yisrael bekedushato.
Beit Yaakov, l'chuven elcha b'or Adonai, O house of Jacob, come, let us walk by the light of our God. The bottom of page 36, we're going to say something everybody here knows.
Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad Echad Eloheinu Gadol Adonenu Kadosh Shemo.
All right, I need 5 people to come up Let me tell you what we have here. I'm going to give you a history of some of our Torah scrolls while we do this. I need 5 people to come up and be the first ones. Hold on. Can you carry one? This is our heaviest one. Or kind of. I think this is. Yes. Oh, why aren't the bells on? Because that's a very good question. Yeah, it's going to make it too heavy. Here you go. You got that? Sorry. All right, I need more people. Come on up. And we're going to march around following behind. There you go. No, we're okay. Yeah, they were in the back on the way in. Joy, do you want one? Try this one. Hold up, I think. Okay, we have another grown-up? Who's my next grown-up? Who's my next grown-up? Come on up. Ready? You're pretending. Okay, you don't have to be a grown-up. You have to just take this one. You take this one. I need one more. We have 5 people. Too heavy? Nope. All right. So can we do one of the songs that you know, like an Al Shlosha or something, possibly for our first Hakafa? By the time we get our way around here again, we're going to swap the Torahs to the next people, so get in ready. And I have candy for the kids who make it their way all the way around. Ready? Go ahead.
Al Shlosha Devarim.
Follow the Torahs.
Al Shlosha
Everybody dance.
Devarim. Al Shlosha Devarim. Haolam Omed. Al Shlosha Devarim. Al Shlosha Devarim. Al Shlosha Devarim. Haolam Omed. Al HaTorah ve'al ha'avodah ve'al gemilut chasadim. Al HaTorah ve'al ha'avodah ve'al gemilut chasadim.
Take one. Take one for one time around. You take one. Next time.
Al Shlosha Devarim. Al Shlosha Devarim. Haolam Omed. Al Shlosha Devarim.
Okay, pass it off to the next person. Someone's supposed to be ready.
Al Shlosha Devarim. Haolam Omed.
I'm putting you in charge. Every time they go around, they can take one. You're in charge. Every time they come around, they can take one. Al HaTorah ve'al ha'avodah ve'al gemilut chasadim. All right, we are on pages. Sorry, I'm going to take the next ones. We're going to do. So when you go around one time, you can take one candy. We have Torah Tootsies and Torah Smarties. Every time you go around, you can get one. Ready? Yes. What? You can keep going around. You're supposed to go around seven times. Get ready. We're going to sing another song. Ready? Ready? Here comes another one. Havenu shalom alechem. Havenu shalom alechem. Havenu shalom alechem. Havenu shalom, shalom, shalom alechem. Havenu shalom alechem. Havenu shalom alechem. Havenu shalom alechem. Havenu shalom, shalom, shalom alechem. Havenu shalom alechem. Havenu shalom alechem. Havenu shalom alechem. Havenu shalom, shalom, shalom alechem. Havenu shalom alechem. Havenu shalom alechem. Havenu shalom alechem. Havenu shalom, shalom. All right, we got back to the front. What's our next? We're passing it off. We're passing it off. הנה מצב ומנעים, שבט מה טוב, הנה מה טוב. יא לה 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 לה. הנה מה טוב, הנה מה טוב. יא לה 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 לה. הנה מה טוב ומנעי, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומנעי, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב, הנה מה טוב. יא לה 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 לה. הנה מה טוב, הנה מה טוב. יא לה 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 לה. Looks like we're coming to the front again. We get to sing another song and go around one more time. Come on. We're supposed to go around. I don't even remember which ones we sang already. B'taher libenu, b'taher libenu, b'taher libenu le'avdecha be'emet. 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 La 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 la. La 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 la. Let's make our way to the front. Let's make our way to the front again. Come on, to the front, to the front, to the front, front. I need people to come on up. Bring the Torahs back up. I need at least 2 people to undress the Torahs. I need all of the kid Torahs to come back. Thank you. I'm going to open the ark over here to put the kid Torahs back. I'm going to open the ark to put the grown-up Torahs back, except for the ones we're reading. I need somebody to stay. I would be very sad if people weren't taking these honors. Thank you. We have a little... All right. Let me put this one. Not this one. This is the Holocaust Torah. It's got a brand new cover on it. I hope you all appreciate that. Donated. Okay, that one is staying, and that's going to get undressed. It stays up here. Come on up. The two ones with the new covers are the ones that are going to be staying out. And you know what? We can undress both of them. Thank you. We almost didn't have enough room in the ark. Yeah, all those come out. All right, great. All right. We can have them both open for a second. If we can see which one is Genesis and which one is Exodus, put that down. All right, you may be seated. The blessings for the Torah are on. You can stay up. So, well, everybody can stay at their seats if you want. Anybody who wants to come and look can come and look. But the blessing for the Torah is found page 40. I'm going to need some people to peek up here. You're going to want to stay and peek. All right, anybody? Okay. Come on, you can come up and see. Anybody who wants to come and look at the part we're reading, I would love for people to come up and see what we're reading here. So I'm rolling and rolling and rolling and rolling. I know, wait, hold on, watch. Come here. I have all kinds of secret step stools here. I have to roll back a few pages. If I left it rolled all the way to the front or all the way to the back, we have another step stool over there if you want. Max, can you grab that step stool?
Max has his headphones on.
I know. So if I left it all the way, because I have to get to the very beginning and I have to get to the very end. But if I left it all the way at the end or all the way at the beginning, it would put too much stress. All right, let's see if you can guess which one is the one that is the very, very beginning and which one is the end, the one at the very, very end. And you're going to see a secret that almost nobody else has ever seen. Can I have this cover? Oops. Come here, let me put this here. I'm going to cover it up. You know how we cover up the challah? Because we're saying a blessing for like wine and we don't want to embarrass the challah. That's what we're doing here. Watch. Okay, I'm putting this over here. And then I'm going to make sure that this one, do you think this one's at the beginning or the end? Which one? Which one? Which one's at the beginning? Which one's at the end?
This one.
This one is what? Is this beginning or end? Is it beginning or end?
This is beginning and this is end. Yeah.
No, I mean, is this Torah to the beginning or is this Torah to the end? Is this Torah to the beginning or is this Torah to the end? That's what we're trying. You are smart.
This Torah is to the end.
This Torah is to the end and that one's to the beginning. And I lost my yad. It's here
I
somewhere.
know that.
Oh, here it is. Thank you. Yeah.
I know that this is to the end.
Okay, ready?
It's more.
All right. So if you are the parent of any children, I would like you to stand up and take the first aliyah. You can stay where you are or you can come up here. If you are the parent of any children at all, not just the ones who are here, I would like you to, where are you going? You're leaving? Okay. If you are the parent of any children, I want you to stand up. You can come up and see what we're doing here or you can stay there. Okay, Dad, can you help hold him? He can't see very well from here. Thank you. Yeah, thanks. I know. Thank you. Ready? Come close and look. So this is what we're going to do. I am going to touch and kiss on behalf of everyone here who is a parent. All right? So we're going to say, Baruch Hu, all of the people who are parents, say with me, Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMevorach, and everybody else say, Baruch Adonai HaMevorach La'olam, and the parents say, Baruch Adonai HaMevorach La'olam Va'ed, Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu Melech HaOlam, Asher Bachar Banu Mikol Ha'amim V'natan Lanu Et Torato Baruch Atah Adonai Noten HaTorah. All right, this is your Torah portion for everyone who is a parent. Vaya'al Moshe me'aravot Moav, and Moses looked from the four corners of Moab to the plains of Moab, El Har Navo, and he went up to Har Navo, Rosh HaPisgah, the top of Pisgah. Anyone who's here who's looking at this, I want you to take a look at this pay. You may want to come up and peek at this because this is one of the coolest things I have ever seen. It's like a mystical pay. There's a pay inside the pay. Asher al Panei Yericho, that's at the face of Yericho. It's facing Yericho. Vayar oto, vayar uhu Adonai et kol haaretz asher, and God showed him from there the whole land, et Gilad Adan, from Gilad to Dan, ve'et kol Naphtali, look at this beautiful word, and all of Naphtali, ve'et Ephraim and Menashe, and Ephraim and Menashe, ve'et kol Eretz Yehuda, and all of the land of Judah, ad Hayam Acharon, all the way to the sea over there, the one on the other side, ve'et HaNegev, in the south, the Negev, ve'et Kikar, Bikat Yericho, and then the plains over there of Jericho, Ir Hatmarim, the city of the dates, Ad Tzoar, all the way to Tzoar, Vayomer Adonai Elav, and God said to him, who was he talking to? God was talking to who?
God.
Moses. Good. God was talking to Moses. Vayomer Adonai Elav, and God said to him, Zot haaretz, this is the land, asher nishbati, that I promised, la'Avraham, li'Yitzchak, u'li'Yaakov, to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, lemor, saying, lizaracha etnena, to your seed I will give it. Hareticha be'enecha, you can look at it with your eyes, V'shama lo ta'avor, but you're not going to go over there. You don't get to go over there. Moses didn't get to see this land. He got to see it, but he didn't get to go there. Vayamot sham Moshe, I told you there was a spoiler alert there, and Moses died there. Eved Adonai, he was a good servant of God, Be'eretz Moav, in the land of Moab, Al Pi Adonai. And it says, according to the word of God, but the word that they use for word is Pi, the mouth of God. God kissed him. Vayikbar oto Begei Eretz Moav, and God buried him in the valley in the land of Moab, Mul Beit Peor, facing the house of Peor, Beit Peor. V'lo yada ish et kvarto ad hayom hazeh, and no one knows where he's buried to this very day. U'Moshe ben 120 shana, and Moses was 120 years old, bimoto, when he died. Lo kato eno v'lo nes lacha, v'no nas lacha, and his eyes were still good, and he still had his strength about him. He wasn't weak in any way. Vayifku b'nei Yisrael et Moshe ba'aravot Moav. And the children of Israel, they cried in the valley of Moab, shloshim yom, for 30 days. Vayitmu yemei bechi, and the days of their crying were over for Evel Moshe, for the mourning of Moshe. V'Yoshua ben Nun, and Joshua the son of Nun, malei ruach chochma, was filled with the wisdom with the spirit of wisdom. Ki samach Moshe et yado, ki samach Moshe et yadav, because Moses put his hands on his head like this. He put his hands on his head just like that. Vayishma'u elav b'nei Yisrael, and the children of Israel listened to him. They obeyed him. V'yasu kasher tziva Adonai et Moshe, and they did what God commanded him with Moses, through Moses. V'lo kam navi od b'Yisrael, and never again did a prophet arise in Israel, k'Moshe, like Moses. Asher yad'o Adonai panim el panim. Look at how pretty these words are. Who know God face to face. You see that pay? There's a pay inside the pay, and there's a pay inside the pay. L'chol ha'otot v'hamoftim, all of the signs and wonders, asher shalcho Adonai la'asot be'eretz Mitzrayim, all of the things that God sent for him to do in the land of Egypt, the Pharaoh, to Pharaoh, u'l'chol avadav, and for all of his servants, u'l'chol artso, and all of the land, u'l'chol hayad ha'chazaka, and his strong hand, u'l'chol hamorah hagadol, and the big fear, the big awe, asher asa Moshe. Look at these last three words. They're written very differently, aren't they? Le'enei chol, and this is the last word, Yisrael, in the eyes of all of Israel. They're written very differently. And you kiss, and then everybody who's helping me bless is going to say, thank you. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu torat emet v'chayei olam nata betochenu Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah. And when you finish reading a book, what are you supposed to say? Chazak. Say it loud. Chazak. Say it again. Chazak. V'nit chazek. Be strong, and we will all be strengthened. All right, everybody may sit down for a moment. We're about to do the next Torah. So if you are someone who has never had a child, you get to stand up for this one. If you've never had a child, you get to stand up for this one. Come on up. You want to come and help me over here? I mean, you may have raised many people, but if you haven't had a child, you come up. So I see at least 4, 5, 6 people under the age of 13, right? They want to come up or they don't want to come up. We're done with them. If you've never had a child, no, we're done with them. All right, come here. So we get to the very beginning. What was that last word? What was the last word?
Yisrael.
Yisrael. The whole point of this whole story is Yisrael in the end. And we take this and we bless this. Baruch hu et Adonai hamivorach
Baruch Adonai Hamarach Le'olam Va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Hamvorach Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu Melech HaOlam Asher Bachar Banu Mikol Ha'amim V'natan Lanu Et Torato. Baruch Atah Adonai Noten HaTorah. All right, so take a look. What happens in this one? And don't look too closely. We'll never tell. Bereshit bara Elohim, in the beginning, or at the first instance, or at a heady moment, or with primal stuff, God created et hashamayim, the skies, ve'et haaretz, and the land. V'haaretz hayta tohu vavohu, and the land was void and unformed. V'choshech, and darkness, al panei tohu, and darkness was on the face of the deep. V'ruach Elohim merachefet al panei hamayim, and the spirit, the wind, the breath of God is hovering on the face of the waters. Vayomer Elohim, and God said, be light. Vayhi or, and light was. Vayar Elohim et haor, and God saw the light. Ki tov. What do we say when we do ki tov? What do? Show me a ki tov. There you go. Ki tov, because it's good. Vayavdel Elohim ben haor la'uven hachoshech. And God separated between the light and the darkness. Vaikra Elohim la'or yom. And God called to the light yom. That's what he called it, which is day. Valachoshech kara laila. And to the darkness God called laila. That's night. Vayher vayhivoker yom echad. And there was evening and there was morning. One day. Not first day. It says one day. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu torat emet v'chayei olam nata betochenu. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah. All right, I need, let's see what we're going to do. I need some people to, you guys want to stay and be the ones who are addressing this thing? Sure. All right, everybody stand up for a second. I'll show you what we're going to do. This one, anybody super left-handed and is super duper strong? Nobody? Whew. All right, we're going to pretend then. We're going to take this, we're going to put this one, sit, yeah, go ahead. Hold on one second and I will lift this. Meanwhile, you're going to hold this here and we're going to dress that one there. And he's going to help you dress. Stand. Ready?
Vezot HaTorah asher sam Moshe lifnei bnei Yisrael al pi Adonai beyad Moshe.
And while these are being dressed, you may be seated. Dress. I need somebody else to come and help us dress. Come on up, somebody. Help us dress. Who's good? Dress. It doesn't, it's okay. It doesn't matter. Put that one on here. I need a wrap.
Oh, this one?
Nope. I need a belt. Belts first. Good. Thank you. Good. And cover. Torah. I got it. Torah tziva lanu Moshe. Torah. Tziva lanu Moshe. Torah. Tziva lanu Moshe. There's no front back. Torah. Tziva lanu Moshe. And then we're going to, since we're already here, I don't know what page we're on. What page do we put the Torah back? Please rise as we get ready to put the Torah back. Here,
40.
take this. Larry, take this.
41.
41. 41. And we're going to say on page 42, the world is, the bottom of 41, I think we have an Al Shlosha. We have, the world stands on three things: the Torah, service, and on love. And you say, The world is
sustained
sustained
by three things: by truth, by justice, and by peace.
And then we say, you guys do it. Take it. Half of this half of the room say the first part, and the other half say the other part. Go.
God's law is sound, refreshing the soul.
God's teaching is good, making wise the simple.
God's precepts are just, rejoicing the heart.
God's mitzvah is clear, giving light to the eyes.
God's word is pure, enduring forever.
The mandates of God are true and just. Behold, a good doctrine has been given you. Do not forsake it. It is a tree of life to them that hold fast to it, and all who cling to it find happiness. Its ways are ways of pleasantness, and all its paths are peace. Help us return to you, O God, and then truly shall we return. Renew our days as in the past. You may be seated once the ark is closed. And we're almost done. That was great dancing, everybody. I just want to remind you, at an important week like this, very important week in the history of Am Yisrael, that the point of the Torah is from creation. In the very, very first sentence, it says, Bereshit bara Elohim et hashamayim ve'et haaretz. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the land, haaretz. And many people think haaretz there means the land that is holy to God, the land that God gave to us, the land that it's our responsibility to take care of. And at the very end, it talks about Yisrael, the land of Israel that God gave us. It is something that is in our hearts. It is something that pains us to have to defend. It is something that pains us even more to have to hurt when we defend. But it is ours, and we love it with every part of our being. So I hope that every week we feel the kind of hope that we are feeling right now as we are anticipating all of the people being free again. All right, so at this point, I'm going to call it. Barbara, did you want to say something? We good? We're good? Okay. And Mr. President, did you want to say something?
We'll cut it short today.
Well, we have, because we have to move on, but we do have at least one important thing we have to say, I think, out of all of this. Good. All right. Hold on. Let's find, where's...
That's right, I can talk
Well,
about it.
yeah, but the people can't hear you online. Here
Did
you
you
go.
know, after all the joys and gathering of Sukkot, Shemini Atzeret arrives, not with more decorations or rituals, but with stillness. The name Atzeret means to pause or to hold back. The rabbis imagine God saying to the Jewish people, "Don't leave just yet. Stay with me one more day." It's the spiritual version of walking someone to the door after a long visit. You've already said goodbye, but you linger, not quite ready to part.
Nice.
I'll give
You
you
want to
the
do any of
others.
this? Okay, so the key things that you need to know, tomorrow, on most weeks on Shabbat morning, we have Zoom Shabbat. Tomorrow, I will be in Monroe helping Briley lead the service in Monroe as she becomes bat mitzvah. So anyone who's coming in Monroe, just come on down. But you can watch it on YouTube at 10 o'clock tomorrow. And then Sunday, you're invited for the Torah Festival. It's going to be a lot of fun. It starts at 10 o'clock. Ask Barbara where it is. She'll tell you. And it's going to be fun. We've been doing this now for a few years, and it's really exciting to do this. And it's not just for kids. It's for everybody. The office is closed Monday and Tuesday this week. Tuesday, we will be having our Yizkor service to mark the end of Sukkot and Shmini Atzeret and Simchat Torah. As I said, if your custom is to light candles for Yizkor, remember you only need to light one candle for however many people you have candles to light. And you would light it if you observe 7 days of Sukkot. You still light it on Shmini Atzeret, so you'd light it Monday night. First you light the Yizkor candle, and then you light your Yom Tov candles if your observance is for 8 days. I think actually we have Yizkor on the same day this time. It's 8 days and 7 days. So 11 o'clock services are on Zoom on Tuesday. You can join us for that for Yizkor. And as I pointed out, take the books. Next Friday, we have regular services, which is not regular ever, but it's not going to be this crazy. And then next Saturday, we're back on Zoom. But on Sunday of next week, the 19th, Louisiana Representative Dennis Bamberg Jr. went on a recent trip with other, what do we call them? Representatives, senators, etc., statesmen, statespeople, and he will be telling us things that he learned. So check your emails for information about that, or speak to the office or Barbara about that. Thank you, Barbara, for the Federation to help sponsor that. That's next Sunday at 2. We have a sukkah outside. We're about to have our own Shabbat there. You're still welcome to eat there. We've met with a bunch of people eating in the sukkah. That's awesome. We're going to have our own Shabbat out there. You're still welcome to eat in it until Tuesday or Wednesday, whatever your custom is. Thank you to everybody who helped us build the sukkah, everybody who helped decorate our beautiful Sukkot. And now we have to undecorate them and take them down. So let us know if you have some time this week to help with that. Donations were made to B'nai Zion, or the Sisterhood Flower Fund, in loving memory of Sophie Lipo by her family, in loving memory of Esther Lobel by Dorothy and Bernard Lobel, and in loving memory of Edith Silverblatt by Sam Silverblatt. Shabbat Shalom, happy birthday, everybody. We now continue. We are going to skip, and we are going to continue to the mourner's Kaddish. Our thoughts turn to honoring the memories of those who've died. Those who are still in Shloshim include Sylvia Hyman Center, and the parents of congregants who've died this past year include Bubby, Sheila Lawrence, Rita Rabinowitz, Deborah Cohen-Bloom, and Janice Curtis Ammons. Those for whom we've been observing yahrzeits this past week include Ed Anderson, Lily Muslow Black, Electra Churchill, Simon Ehrlich, Claudia Goodman, Benjamin Goodman, Ann Grunis, Nikki Hayes, Dorothy Ruth Springheller, Dr. Arthur A. Hellerl Jr., Sophie Lipo, Libby Shapiro Lipson, Esther Lobel, Esther Rosenberg, Louis Rosenfield, Tilly Schenker, Etha Silverblatt, Larry Spielberger, Bill Striplin, Robert Orlando Talbert, Herman Van Oss, Ellen Hyman Saltzweil, and Samuel Willer. And I am sad to remind us that there were more than 1,200 names of people who died on October 7th of last year. Of 2 years ago, and we say Kaddish for them as well. If it is your tradition to do so, please rise for the mourner's Kaddish on page 45. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei rabba, be'alma divra chirute v'yamlich malchute, b'chayechon u'v'yomechon u'v'chayei d'chol beit Yisrael, ba'agala u'vizman kariv v'imru amen. Yehei shemei rabba mevarach la'alam u'lamei almaya, yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh, v'yithadar v'yit'aleh v'yithalal shemei dikudsha b'richu. Leila min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata, da'amiran be'alma v'imru amen. Yehei shalama rabba min shemaya, v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'imromav, hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. May the source of peace bestow peace on all who mourn, and may we be a source of comfort to all who are bereaved. You may be seated for one more second. I need everybody who is under the age of 13, who is willing and hungry, to come up and help me with the challah. I need you to hold on to this thing, hold on to the plate. Thank you. Hold on to the plate, just the bottom. Oh, it's beautiful. You want the microphone? Well, you can't have a microphone. You decided to eat in the sanctuary. Your mouth is full of stuff. No, I'm just kidding. Here.
I should have
Ready?
brought my karaoke microphone.
She should have brought her karaoke microphone. Hamotzi lechem min haaretz, We give thanks to God for
when
our voices rise in song together as our joyful prayer is said. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lecha min haaretz b'te'avon. I get this. Everybody take a piece. Everybody grab some piece. There's more for adults in the sukkah. We're going out to the sukkah for our motzi, for our Oneg Shabbat today. Please rise. Mazel tov to consecration kid. I'm not calling his name. Ready? You want help? I'm handing this to you. I don't have more than that right now. Let's bless everybody. Help me bless everybody. Yivarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha. May God bless you. May God protect you. May God give you many days for dancing.
Ken Yehi Ratzon.
May it be God's will. Yair Adonai panav elecha v'choneka. May the light of God's face shine upon you and be gracious to you.
Ken Yehi Ratzon.
May it be God's will. Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom. May God's face always be lifted up to you. May God grant you peace and days for dancing.
Ken Yehi Ratzon.
Let's dance out to, may it be God's will, let's dance out to the sukkah. You can go out this way if you want. This is a convenient way of going. There are no mosquitoes out there today, we promise. No, I'm just kidding. Actually, now that I mention it, anybody need to talk to the Shabbat Shalom zone? And we can take our lulav.